Having watched Battlefield Britain, and in addition to that also having put together your roleplay on what happened during the Spanish Armada, you should now have a pretty good idea of the story, the narrative of the Spanish Armada. Your task now is to turn that story into an essay explaining why the Spanish Armada failed. Now, in doing this, we've got to revert back to the essay that you wrote at the start of Year 7, where we followed the same format, but not looking at the Armada, you were looking at the Roman army. Now, you've got to write an essay in the style of the Roman army, but applying the new knowledge of the Armada, but also attempting to show learning and progress moving from an average level 4 in Year 7 through to a level 5. Now, on this website, you'll also find narrated films that explain how you can evolve your written style. But if you cast your mind back to when you studied the Roman army, you will remember you had about 30 pieces of evidence that told you why the Roman army was successful, but no one was willing to write an essay that would actually have 30 different paragraphs showing PEA. The skill that you were expected to show was your ability to categorize the evidence together into a series of paragraphs which could then be used to write your essay. On the sheet in front of you now, you have got a series of pieces of evidence. Now, provided for you here in the middle, we have got a series of categories that you might want to consider of reasons for why the Armada was defeated. Weaknesses in Philip's plan, shortage of supplies, no help for the Catholic Spanish from English Catholics who may have wanted them to succeed. No modern communications systems. For the Spanish, this was a problem. The role of Elizabeth as a war leader, or, and hopefully you'll take the initiative on this, any other category that you may have come up with yourself. Your task on this sheet is to provide each one of these factors here with a different colour, and then colour code the various pieces of evidence to decide under which category they best fit. Now, the more you think, the more you will realise that it may be necessary that they come under more than one heading. In your essay that you write, which will follow this particular activity, there's no way you're going to be able to write as many paragraphs as are listed here. So I would like you to be thinking about which of these categories are the ones that you can best write essays on and paragraphs on, applying the point evidence analysis model. I would also like you to consider that one thing you may have done in Year 7 in a PEA paragraph is provide one example. We're now in Year 8 and we're looking to show that your learning has evolved. If you are, for example, writing a paragraph about weaknesses in Philip's plan, I would now suggest that working towards a level 5 or higher, you will need to consider more than one piece of evidence.